Heyo! Oh, I don't know why I just noticed that, but yeah. I don't know who that is, but oh no, it's a guy. It's Sprocket, but I'm just gonna do something. That's impossible. Why am I? This is all forgot. Oh no, your channel. Oh yay! Why am I saving a? Okay. Yay. Share. There we go. Done. Done. Way later. Yeah. Now, should all be ready? I'll just plug this in. Oh, and I need to go to YouTube. Yive. Yeah. No, I didn't mean to click Gamble. Yank it because it's me. I can't fast forward it to the present. That's quite annoying. Heyo! I'm just gonna quickly check. We'll do Sandbox. I'll just plug it in. It's gonna disconnect. Should it? I'm just gonna quickly check. We'll do Sandbox. The audio might be a bit desynced. I am clicking space now. I'm just checking. The fans. I am clicking space now. Perfect. It's perfect. It might be desynced by about a quarter of a second, but aside, I think I did fix it. Anyways, this isn't one of my tanks. Model 1. We're actually going to go, so here we want to go, here. Just ignore. There is one tank I've just recently redone, just this morning, but it was very quick. So we're doing it by mass, not by any sort of name. Because I want to do it by mass. So we'll start. The first tank is the Mark 85. Oh, should I introduce Sprocket? This is a game I got for my birthday, which was the 19th. What'd you say? Which I know I didn't mention at all. I probably should have done a post, shouldn't I? So I'm just lowering the volume of my phone, which is playing this exact live stream. That's because I want to check that it isn't horribly desynced. What's like 90 mils of effective. But anyway, so here is my little tank. We'll go in order. So it's 4 meters long. Space is a bit squeezed. 4 meters long. 0.3. So it's 30 centimeters upper height, 65 centimeters lower height. So just under a meter. It's 95 centimeters tall, which isn't very much, I would say. Because I mean, obviously the Cooper makes it about a meter. The 50 cal's a bit of a squeeze. You just stick your head out into the 50 cal. Don't think it's supposed to look like that. I won't bother to fix it though. It's 4 meters, so 1 meter wide, and then the sponsons are still horribly thick because the tracks are massive on this thing, gargantuan, colossal. So they don't actually reach the sponsons, which is a bit annoying. The arm. The upper front plate is shaped at 50 degrees. The yellow front, this is yellow, if you wanted to know, which means it's got all those. The yellow front plate is scoped also at 50 degrees. Sponson angle is 0 because I don't like doing sponson angle. There are a few with it. These plate upper side plate is scoped at 15 degrees. The rear isn't scoped at all. If you just look, here are the numbers. I'm not promoting you to copy, but you can if you like. The belly and the roof are 5mm, 45 for the upper front plate, so not too bad. And it is a Yate wall, but not too bad. So you get about 80 mils of effective. Was it V? Oh no, I meant to breastplate. Then you got side armor, 15 and 10, 16 mil for effective for the upper side because of the scope. And I imagine this is just very, very bad. It's 5 mils for the back of the tank because you're very unlikely to be facing the back because it's not turreted. So no, was it KV IS2 shenanigans? It is recording my audio, right? Sounded correct. Yeah, you can probably hear my fans just having a mental breakdown next. So mobility tracks, it's just that. Plug that in if you want to. I can't be bothered to explain. I haven't even messed with the configuration. Torsion bar, isn't it? Probably need to do that on my King Tiger. Just that if you want to plug it in. It's just in case you want to copy it. Fenders, they're auto-genned. Middle, front is just basically, I didn't mess with the fenders. The engine is a 6 cylinder 1.5 litre, so that is a 9 litre engine. This is how I've configured it. It's probably really stupid, but power, it gives it 35 horsepower per tonne, which is quite good, I would say. 35 horsepower per tonne. That would give the King Tiger a designation thing. So I have, in order from lowest to highest, very low velocity, low velocity, high velocity, very high velocity, and very, very high velocity. Very confusing, isn't it? So, very, very, very low velocity is sub 500 meters a second. Between 500 and 750 meters a second is low velocity. Between 750 and 1000 is high velocity. Between 1000 and 1500 is very high velocity, and above 1500 is very, very high velocity. There is actually a gun with that, it just doesn't work very well, so yeah. But anyways, the mount, we haven't even got shift. Where's shift? Oh, there. Yeah, we can't actually move the gun because the mantlet I've used is the Panzer at 38T, which is a bit strange for a mantlet. And ammo, it's got 102 and 102 racks right there. Now, my mic fell. Yeah, we will just skip. Oh, I didn't show you the stats for the cannon, did I? It's got a whole 81 mils of pen, 15 mils of spazzle. It's 1.5 meters long. It's got 1.8. I'll just quickly show you firing. Why don't I? Oh, it's ridiculously young because of the Yoda shenanigans. Why don't I spawn in a? Why don't we spawn in a this thing? We're only going to spawn in base tanks. All tanks we've already covered. That thing's got a 25,000 hit. This thing's got a 37. Forgot to mention. Ah, killed it. Okay, yeah, quite good firepower. But anyways, yeah. Crew. It's got 2 crew. A commander driver, because I like doing that setup, and a gunner Yoda, because that is my favourite setup. Yeah, 5 years. That also means the crew is incredibly light, because the crew weight can actually affect it in some tanks. Oh, crew hatches, there aren't any. increase weight? I don't imagine they do, but they're absolutely gargantuan on this thing. Save, yes. I just need to give this thing a crew hatch, and it also is 234 one. Right on the back. But anyways, viewports. It's got a driver's port there and a gunner sight there. Commander's cupola. So the driver will be sitting there and also sitting there because they're also commander. Antennae, I haven't done it because there isn't any radio. Stowage, there's not any lights around, any utilities around, any anti-infantry. There's a 50 cal because like every single one of my tanks has a 50 cal. Structural, nothing, including the World War One one. Oh no, I don't think that one has one. I haven't built a World War One tank, have I? I built an interwar tank, but I don't think I built a World War One because it's just pain. It's pain having like 5 gears. I have, but it was for a scenario. There we go. Save. Just making sure that the market 85 is correct. Oh no, we're sorting it in inverse way by now, so aren't we? So we've done the Mark 85. We have the assault gun variant now. Just gonna quickly give it BT-34 hatch. Well, why don't we give it the circular hatch actually for a change? Save, yes. Now this thing is literally the dead same. I think the armor is the exact same. Shirk, you find a difference. Mobility, I think. 33 is because it's a bit heavier. Firepower, but this is different. It's a low velocity 76. That's why it's called an assault gun. And by low velocity, it's quite a low velocity, especially for a 76. But it is a dwarf gun. It's got 4 seconds, so it's got 3.3 base, but it's like got 4. Oh, and the ammo stowage is like that. It's 48 rounds instead of was it 200? It's still got 2 crew. And the rest is normal. And the rest is skibbity. Just ignore what I said there. Well, why don't we cut that out? And now we're on to the Mark 90. So this is almost based off the same hull. 4 meters, slightly shorter because of reasons. And it's slightly more well armoured. How can this be? But it has a bigger gun slightly. But anyways, that's, just look at that. I can't be bothered to show you. It's the same hull, but it's slightly shorter. Tracks, same. I think, I would assume so. The engine is actually the same, so we have a much lower power to weight ratio. I imagine we still have, oh yeah, the commander. Commander sits at the very back of the tank. Still quite quick. 26 isn't too bad. Transmission, powertrain, fuel tanks, firepower. See, we are, actually I didn't show you a turret, did I? Turret. This is the stats for the turret. It's quite small. It's a bit bigger than the base IBU. Why does it think that cheek is real? Oh, it's because of the angle. About 100 effective. So it's about 100 for the hull. Quite good for the Yofra because of angle. And it's quite weak for the roof of the turret. Because I didn't realise the shape. Only just now have I realised how bad that is. But anyways, yeah, and the turret has these stats, and then armour is that. Mobility, yeah, I've shown you. Firepower, it's got an improved gun. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, the crew hatch. They've actually got a crew hatch to use the 50 cal because the commander doesn't sit there. So like I'll quickly explain this. Oh, actually, I'll explain it later. It's got a better gun, 86 mils, because it's got, I think it's slightly muzzle velocity, but it's like 5 mils better, which okay. But it's, oh, I didn't show you quickly. I'll go on to Mark 85. So that is the stats: 166 damage, projectile mass. Mark 85 AG has that for stats. Projectile mass is got higher, damage is got higher. But what was it, 160 odd? Mark 90 has 194, so it's slightly higher damage as well. But the muzzle velocity is quite good. But anyways, yeah. Well, we're on firepower, gun mount, ammo storage. Oh, the Mantware is... What is that? Mantware? Like, oh, Panther 3080. Absolutely, the Panther 3080. I just forgot it. Gun mount, so ammo storage is 144, so it's actually more. No, it's yes. Just gonna get it up again. Where is it? There. It's quite a small little tank, but crew. It has a what? It has a driver commander. Oh, it still has driver commander, but they're gonna Yoda are sitting in the turret. And crew hatches. There's a hatch for the turret. Viewports. Oh, and the viewports. There's gun sight and a drive spot. I thought the commander. Oh. Antenna is none, storage none. Anti-infantry, which is going to skip to that. There's a 50 cal. And aside from that, really... Oh, so you just... The gunner Yoda will fly open the hatch and... use the 50 cal. Now, we've used the Mark 90. Time for a much, much better tank. In every respect. That's obviously a joke. I'm not sure it's better in armour. What the? It's way heavier. It's almost 10 tons from the others. Oh, I was gonna quickly show you something. Mark 85. That's the fraction for the weight, and that's the fraction for the space. You can pause, and you can pause here. And for Mark 85 AG, here is the proportions for the mass. Here is the proportions for the weight, and here for the Mark 90. These are proportions for the weight. I'll just show you. Proportions for the turret space. 57. And that is for there. Now, we will just go on to the Mark 62. We'll just quickly show you. That's the proportions for the mass. See, only 17 and 15. So, quite unsubstantial. I'll show you how it's unsubstantial. The hull is quite a bit younger. I believe it's about the same size as the Tankette's hull. But, whatever it is, the Mark 85 is the Tankette. But, if you can tell. But, quite around the same size. We'll just go dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. That thing can pen me like anywhere. I bet you. We can pen it anywhere. No, we've got quite the gun. It's basically like an M10 or M18. Correct me. But anyways, there are all the stats, and that is why it's quite bad protection. The Tankette had 45 mil physical armor. This thing on the hull. This thing has 40 mil, and the turret. There's the stats if you're wondering. It's not got very good turret traversing to say that. Armor 50, so it gets 70 mils of effective. I know that it's like yite and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I can 50 cal it, and that's why I said I'm sure that that thing can pen us like anywhere. Especially our yellow front plate, that's quite weak. I mean, if you're having to aim for weak spots on this and you're from the same area, this would go like. So I think the Tankette would be like 3.0. This thing would be like 6.7 because it's or 6.0 because it's basically a Hellcat, and the other thing would probably go 4.0 or 3.7 because it's using a 2.2 pound. It might go like 2.3 or something. They might go like 2.0 and 2.3 because they're not the best. But anyways, that is not a strong point. It's mobility. Tracks are normal. I can't be bothered to show you fenders there. Engine is a 6, 12, 20. 18-litre engine. So it gives it 47 horsepower per ton. 47. Your car probably doesn't have that. I'm not sure. You might be using a Lamborghini, but it probably has similar horsepower per ton to your car, and it's a tank. I thought tanks are slow, said somebody. Nah, tanks are slow. Tanks are totally slow. Tanks are absolutely slow. They're so heavy. This thing being like 10 tons and having like an absolutely phenomenal engine. I bet you. Actually, let's spawn in a whatever it is, a Heliot. Or why do we spawn in this? Because it's basically us. See, it one-shot us. We can be one-shot by a 20mm Puma. But anyways. Mobility, transmission, it's got not the best. It's only got a maximum transmission speed of 39 miles an hour, so it can't get very quickly. But it definitely gets to that speed very well. Powertrains, twin transmission, fuel tank is 600 litres. Firepower, cannon, 76. Correct me, I just need to load up the correct gun for this thing. High velocity 76, so yes. So this gun, it's called the high velocity 76. I use it on my medium. It's quite a common gun, and I'll just show you the stats for it. Quite the damage, alright. There we go. And at this point we're using the... Are we using the Manway again? We're using the Panzer 3080 again. So, yes. I guess I just yiked the Panzer 3080. I didn't realise I put it on so many tanks. Gun mount, ammo stowage, it's a few rounds there. All I've done is I've changed it so it's got the muzzle brake on. And then crew hatches, or crew. It's got 4 crew, a commander, who sits in the turret, a driver, who sits in the hull, because you have to. Oh, I've got the Chiri hatch, anyways. Gunner, who sits in the gun, who has a gunner sight, and the Yoda, who sits next to them. At this point, we've still only got 50 cal. Most American tank ever. It's got 50 cal and the 76. I mean, it's the most American thing ever. And no armor, so it must be the most American thing in history. Freedom. It's Sprocket. It's generic Sprocket, but it should probably be American because it's the most freedom-mobile ever. It's not got any armor and it's got 50 cal. But anyways, crew hatches, I don't know where they are. Viewports, I can't be built. Oh, it's got the Chiri one. I'm just skipping to anti-infantry. It's got 50 cal and you've already. It's got quite a nice camo scheme as well. So yes. Oh, and did I show you? But it's quite thin armor. 78% of the crew. And now we have a Mark IV AA, which is an anti-air. So this gun that I put onto it, compartments, I should probably do this for the normal Mark IV. So I'm not doing it in order because I want to do the normal Mark IV and then I'll show you the AA. So for that thing, I'm not doing it in order for reasons. Like for some vehicles, they have variants of them and that they variants are lighter than the original. So I'm not going to show you I'm going to show you the original first. But anyways, this is my main Yite tank. It's 10 tons. I mean, here is the thing. Quite thick hull armor, actually. So the hull is quite small. It has got browning in it, though. I'm getting distracted. Yeah. And the armor is 95 on the upper front plate, which is not too bad. That is comparable to, like, Ridge War mediums, I think. Like I am talking in sync, so it hasn't desynced. That's the proportions for the turret, 280 for turret traverse. 150, so it's got quite thick turret armor. Like, and by quite thick, I mean like quite thick. I mean it's got over 100 for the front plate. It's quite good. It's almost as good as a Sherman. Boom. But obviously, the main thing is so mobility, because it's the Artex. So I've got 300 U's. It's got a 12 litre engine, which gives it 27 horsepower per ton. Not half bad, or half good even. Engine transmission has 9 gears. Powertrain's 300. Firepower cannon. It is the very high velocity 40 mil. So see, this is just over 1,000 meters a second. This has 118 mils of pen, so it can pen everything on the actual tank except on the upper front plate and the turret, which is quite normal. It's quite good. Dun. Why don't we just spawn in an innocent victim? Like, this. I'm showing off a tank too early, aren't I? That thing's got a 75, but I don't think it's bouncing this gun. Oh, it has. No. You're not thanking me, you're only mid-war. Ha ha ha, mid-war, you are mid-war. Ah, I'm so mean. I mean, it is like 4 tons heavier than us, so it should be able to beat us anyways. But I have skills, so yeah. Yeah, it's quite stupid. Now, crew. Oh, ammo. If you want to know where the ammo is stored there, and you can scroll to 2 meter long barrel, but it looks very stupid. Crew. It's got 3 crew. It's got a commander here, a driver here, and a gunner Yoda here. That's also, it weighs, the armor weighs down at a yacht. There, and there. 41% of it. The weight is basically just armor. Yeah, it's over half the weight is armor. Now, the Mark 4 AA, which is the one I was going to show you, is like the dead same. Oh, I didn't show you crew. I'll just show you crew on this thing. Crew hatches. I haven't actually got a 50 cal. Oh, this actually hasn't got a 50 cal, which I'm gonna quickly change. Mark 4 at Yeast needs a 50 cal. Save. Yes, I've Americanized my tank. Dun. And Mark 4 AA, 50 cal, 0.5 inch. I know it's an anti-air tank, but who cares? So this has, the only change is it's using the similar velocity anti-air gun, because it's quite similar. It's got a much bigger propellant, that's the difference. So it's got yes pen now, because it's APHE. It's also my adversary. So after Mark 4 we have the Mark 12. This thing is there. It's using the Panzer II mount as well. I don't know what the other one is using. Mark 4. Panzer 38T. Oh, I already said that. I use that mount way too much. This thing is using the Panzer II mount, so you can probably guess what it is similar to. I hope. Doesn't it already have a gunner sight in it? I might have accidentally put out 4 machine guns. This doesn't need a 50 cal. It's got a 20 mil. I mean, it's quite a derpy 20 mil, but still. I'll explain it later. So that's the stats for the hull. Quite similar, but 25 for the upper front plate. I didn't realise it was that bad. I thought it had concept of armour, but I guess I was wrong. The front of the turret is 30mm, so it's quite thin armour. But it doesn't really need to worry. Yeah, this thing is quicker. This thing got like 100 miles an hour when I was testing it. Or some stupid number. Tracks, see, that's why it's got a 40 litre engine. In a tank that barely weighs less than 12 tons. I was quite a lot, but you know it's extreme when 18% of the whole weight is engine and 19% or 23% is the most is transmission. Well, how many gears does this thing have? Only 14, so it's probably 60 miles an hour. I remember it yeesh beat the Scorpion, which is... So, yes. Okay, it's working. It's got quite the speed. This is a Raycon vehicle, if you can tell. Powertrain is a clutch brake, which is different because of the space usage. And 300 litres, I feel bad for the fuel tanks. Oh, did we just... see? We read... I think we read Young. We read so quickly. Firepower, it's got a caliber, velocity, save. So this is only got quite a small gun. It's got 730 meters a second. So yo velocity 20 mil. Quite yo velocity, if you were to say so myself. You can't see it because it's such a small round. Yeah, I saw that. But anyways, it's quite a small gun, but it has 66 damage, which is quite unimpressive. 66 damage. Like others are doing hundreds. Fragments is free. Fragment. Aspect ratio. Anyways, I don't know what half of those things mean, but that's where the ammo is stored. It's got 375. Crew is free. Commander, driver, gunner, Yoda, which is quite a good setup. But anyways, and it's got a machine gun in there, and it's got just normal viewport setup. If there's nothing notable, I will just be quick with it. Oh, there's two in-game tanks next to each other. It's because they're such close in weight. Try and guess what this thing is about. It's a box. It's interwar, isn't it? So this is interwar. It's quite show, if you couldn't have guessed. It's Swedish. It's bright blue, yeah, shining bright blue, and it's massive Swedish flag. Sweden. It's interwar, so it can get a 50 cal. I know it's Swedish and with a 50 cal, but who cares? The Swedish have got their hands on like 50-50 cals. 50-50 cals. That sounds nice. And this thing is like the opposite of the KV2, or the opposite KV2, opposite of like the T-34. It's basically a Panzer IV. Sorry, I was just getting on TV. Anyways, so this is a massive box. It's 5.5 meters long. It's not the quickest. It's got quite the road wheel number, to be fair. It's got Yadders on it. I'll go into that a bit later. But it's quite big. Its armor is quite good. 50 millimeters. The turret, I imagine, is maximum. Yes, it is. It for some reason it doesn't do it properly. Maybe because it's a box. It's a perfect box. It's a box with another box on it with many boxes on it being stowage. Some scoped. But anyways, what's happened to the Yadda? It's gone insane. Ignore what's happened to the Yadda. Why don't we go on to mobility tracks? It's quite specific. Why is it 496? I don't know. I'm just gonna scroll so you can like. I'll have to be nice and quick, no fenders. Engine is a 6-seater, 10. Transmission is 6, which is actually maximum. Twin transmission for 600 litres. Firepower, cannon. I have no idea what this gun is. I assume it's caliber. Yo velocity 37, so yes. But yeah, I know it's weird that the 370 is high, but this is a barrier and stuff. But yeah, it's got this. These are its stats. Gun mount, yeah. Ammo stowage, it's like that. Crew, it's got commander, driver, gunner, Yoda. It's got plenty of room. I should probably give it a radio set. Now it's got Yadders, viewport, hatch, four Brownings and a 50 cal. 4 Browning ports and 150 cal. Quite a lot of stowage. Now about the livery, I'll tell you the exact thing in case you want to. So it's just blank. Its hue is 47. Its saturation and brightness are 100. That is how you get blue, I believe. And condition is 100%, so it's perfectly blue. 50k. Anti box. And it's Swedish. Why is it Swedish? Because it's stupid, so it has to be Swedish. I couldn't decipher most of the other tanks if they're German or Swedish or British, but this has to be Swedish. This actually has to. It's. I know the Streetsvagen 103 is like, it's kind of ironic. And I'm just going to have my tea, but I'm going to get it onto a very strange tank. Oh, I'll do this one as well. It's literally a B4 Brandon, but the engine, I believe, is buffed up to be maximum for interwar, because it's interwar, and the cannon is the high velocity 76. Next, and that will be what we leave it on. Mark 13. We'll do the Mark 13 and the Mark 13 TD next. And I'll see you in a few minutes. This is reasons. I'm going to just set up videos. Bunny Rabbit time lapse. Settings. Can I turn you? Additional settings. Mute video. And I'll see ya. Actually, I'll just leave it on. I'll see you in a minute. I can't be bothered to protect what's up on my phone, so bye. Heyo. Just plugging my phone. Now, here is my Mark 13. Those are the stats. Those are the armor stats. Here's the tracks. Here's the engine. That's really young gears, but quite. They're clutch braking. And turret. Those are the stats for the turret. Yeah, it's got 130. And then here is the armor stats. Mobility. Firepower. That is the gun. Caliber. Save, yes. There's that gun mount there, ammo there. So it goes like douche. It's quite nice. It's also mid-war. So yeah. This is actually quite good for mid-war. It's supposed to be a cheap tank, I haven't explained, like a cheap export tank. So if we just get into it, how it works. Which is that? What year is the? Is it mid-war? No, early war. So not mid-war. Panther, I guess. We'll use this thing. I was able to kill this thing, but it's quite a bit young anymore. So if I just get a helicopter. M24. I don't think that's an M24. There are some real life tanks in here, but there's also a Centilda. Is it Centilda? Or Cromtilda. Or Centilda. I think they're the same thing, but the engine swap, so it could be either. We do look quite a bit bigger than that thing, but it's got around quite a bit, and that thing is heavier than us. I know it's early war. Oh, the cupola. It's got a Sherman cupola. It's quite, I guess because it's quite empty. This is the Crow. It's got a 50 cal and a coax, I think, in the Mantite, because I just need to show you it's using the Matilda Mantite for a change, because why wouldn't it be using the Matilda Mantite? Yeah. Just go crew, yeah, I'll just show you. And then we will show you quickly the Mark 13 TD, which is just a Mark 13, but it's shorter and it's got a 76. This is, I'm not sure if the hull has changed. You can tell me if the hull has changed or in height. I think it probably has. I mean, it one shot. Z rematch. pass through it? There we go. If we were able to kill another one, then we should have it cost to kill ratio, which we should have, because we are. What? I've got the circular one, and I should be able to just quickly kill a helmet. You really do that. But anyways, that. Mark 78. This is an infantry tank. It's using the Panzer 80. It's got the Yay velocity 90. I'll just show you the gun quickly, and I'll just quickly show you the hull. It's mid-war as well, and then you can just pause it to find it. Firepower, it's got 127 mils of pen, which ain't half bad. We should be able to. This is worse than most, in both weight and era. But I'm obviously not going to be fighting a panther. I do have common sense. These things like useless against the panther. I think most tanks are. Then this is the Mark 1376, which is the 8 war, so it's better. Oh, I didn't show you the crew. Oh, quick thing. I just need to quickly go Mark 13. Oh, actually, we'll go. This thing, that is the weight proportions, that is the spatial proportions. The Mark 60, this is the weight. This is the turret space. This is the hull space. Quite minuscule hull space usage. That's something I noticed when I was just spawning in. The Mark 13 is that for weight, that for turret space, and that for other thing. Mark 13 TD is that for hull space and that for weight, I imagine the gun. And finally the Mark 78 is that for the weight proportions, that for that, and that for that. Now this is the Mark 13, so that's the weight proportions, that's the target. I think, I'm not sure, it might have this slightly more turret, but the main difference is it's Yate War, it's got a bigger gun. I imagine the engine is the same. I imagine that engine might be slightly bigger. Oh, actually it's way bigger. This is like a heavier up-gun tank destroyer version. Like, it's like the TD but turreted. We're fighting one of our other tanks. Oh, that thing. We're fighting that thing. Oh, we killed it. Now, quickly, we're on to the Mark 43B, which is so it's got 420mm. I'll quickly show you how. 5 hours, so this has got 420mm with quite the fire rate. And if you were wondering, the ammo, it's got plenty of ammunition. It's got quite the turret traverse as well. We could go see. Crew. It's got 7. Yeah, so there's one gunner who fires every single one, but they each have a Yoda, which means there's 7 crew. Imagine that the 72. I imagine a crew is a surprising amount. Yeah, 2.2% of the total rate is just crew. Oh, this creature, 50.1. So just over half the weight is is armor. But this thing, I'll just quickly show you. That's the shape. It's mid-war. So yeah, engine 2.5. I can't be bothered to show you track. I'll show you transmission as well. Firepower. It's got two high velocity 76s. It's quite the tank destroyer. It's got them both things. Oh, I didn't even show you the muzzle. I can't be bothered. And it's got crew and crew. It's got that and it's got 50 cal. It kind of is supposed to look like that German prototype. I forget what the name is, but there's a tank that looks a lot more like it, even though it doesn't function like it. Mark II. Here is the Mark 41. Come on, it's an early war Polish thing. It's very Polish. It's got that armor, so quite the armor. 40. I mean 40. Oh yeah, I remember. This is supposed to be unconventional for me, so I've done everything as unconventional as possible. Yeah, it's using clutch braking. What? Does it not have a fuel tank? Oh no, it does. It just has external fuel tanks. Just only 135 litres. I'm just going to quickly change something. Like 18 tons. This is going to be massively heavier. Because symmetry. Quite the fuel. Oh, that's quite squished. I'm just gonna slightly. Save. Yes. It's still roughly in the same place. Oh no, it's not. We'll go back onto it. So Mark II. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back onto it. Mark 43. So this has got twin 40 mils and slightly thicker armor. I can't be bothered. Here are the 40 millimeters. Both for. This is also the gun put on the little tank. Your SPA thing. Where are we? B for Phantom 3. This has got the, what is it? Very over velocity 250. Stug gun. It has insufficient force to lift the cannon because of the way it's balanced. So gun mount, torque is maximum. Why is it facing turning upwards? I imagine that the ratio is wrong. Ratio, save, yes. There we go, I fixed it. It's got quite the stub gun. Quite the APHE, let's just say that. It's quite, it's a terrifying World War One tank, alright. Now this is a bunker buster, alright. You should see the thickness of the gun as well. Most normal Sturmgeschütz be like. Most normal German Sturmgeschütz be like. So yeah, sure. A case mate KV2. Nah, it's the SU 152 be like. I'm pretty sure it's given if it's Sturmgeschütz is German. I can see that round. I think it's exited the map. Stug. Dig stug. anyway. So this is the Mark 78. Mark 78, but it's using a low velocity 155. So like a howitzer gun. It's using a howitzer, but it's not a self-propelled howitzer. It's quite a small howitzer. And here we go. Here's a Mark 41. It's kind of an unconventional tank. So the wheels are weird. It's Polish, which is quite weird. No offense. It's got a low velocity 120 or very low velocity 120. It's early war, which is like the one. I mean, it could have been World War One, but that would have been pain. It's got overlapping road wheels. It's using like opposite transmissions and stuff like that. And it's also got a massive external fuel tank. It originally had a few small ones, but that is pain, so... Oh, we get to go into page 2 now. Yes, scrolling. So this is the Mark 43, but it's got 276s. Literally, that's all I have to say about it. It's got a very strong gun. Like a very fast gun. Blech. Yeah. It's got 1,400 beats a second, so it's a very high. Here. So this is my stealth tank destroyer. This is in the Su-85 manual. It's also got quite a lot of nice things. It looks quite nice. I'm actually just gonna... This was something I thought about earlier. Removing the exhaust to make it more stealthy. And the event. So yes, your engine is going to basically implode, but that makes it German, so... That's it, obviously. Why don't we spawn in a panther to Billy? Yes, this thing Billy's panthers. Stug for 42. We bounced the panther. I know we're gate war and that thing's into war, but we should not be bouncing panthers. We're only 20 tons. No, 19 tons, I guess. 19.7 tons, and we're bouncing panthers. What's the next thing? We'll go on to the Mark 10 now. So this is my standard medium with a 76. It's all cool and stuff. I'll show you the stats for it. There, I've got to be quite quick. Oh no. And then the mobility, quite normal, but the engine and transmission is quite normal. Twin. This is my main medium tank. I will show you the Mark 10 B when I get onto it. Cannon 76. It's refusing to be normal, so 76. High vol, what's the T? 76. Save the tank and save the gun. And then crew, it's got 4. It's got all these stuff. I think it's got, no, it hasn't got radio operated. And then yeah, it's got quite a lot of room, which means it's quite good at being adapted to. So this is Mark 10 TD. It's just a TD variant, and it's got an upgraded gun. 88. And there's Mark 62 Super, which is just a massively up gun Mark 62. It's quite slow now, but who cares? Mark 10 assault gun. So this has a 155 howitzer on it, I believe. So it has the howitzer on that tank, but stuck. Do you see the? I can see that round flying easily. Quite a slow round. But it's a howitzer. Or assault gun, I guess. Mark 6B, that's just got an even younger gun. I'm not even going to spawn it in because I can't be bothered. This is Seb's tank. I don't know why I'm showing it you. See, but it refuses to work. He's also not put a commander's clipper in it. So, yeah, and it's got quite stupid. What's the gun on it? 50 mil. It's quite a small gun. He tried making the Streetwagen, but he failed. We've done that. So it's the Mark 10B. We need to show you first because it's a tank destroyer variant. Mark 10B.
10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10B. 10
Mark 10B. This is the main upgraded one, which is actually my main, because I originally made a main one and then it sucked, so I up-engined it. I'll show you all the compartments are more that slightly better armor as well, which it really didn't need. I don't know why I did that. Just weighing it down more. It's massively bigger engine, massively better transmission. Firepower is good. Crew. Oh, and it's got a radio operator. Radio man. Mark 10B. Oh, I removed the radio operator and it's just... So yeah, and then we have my favourite. Then we have the howitzer, but it's so different. Here is the Mark 10 Speed. It's an upgraded variant when it comes to speed, as you can tell. Did I drive the Mark 10B round? I don't think I did much. I'll just quickly drive the Mark 10B round. And actually, I'm just going to quickly test it in combat. Where's the salamander? This is very similar. It's a Yate War. They're both Yate War. They're both around the same weight. I missed. And by missed, I mean I hit like his thickest armor. Oh, we engined him. I don't think that's a term. He's really not doing well. He's really not done well. I've done it, haven't I? But we have just before Mark 11. What is this? Firepower. And oh, it's an early war assault howitzer. It's using an even weaker gun. If you look, it's the Averio Velocity 250 11. This is the shortest. This is the stubbiest gun I could make. Like, it's very weak. It's actually the lowest velocity gun you can make in the game. Because the round is quite slow. Like, most missiles fly quicker than it. 300. It's half the speed of sound. So it flies slower than a civilian airliner. That's the salamander. Here is the Mark IV Burr, aka the best thing to ever exist. It's based off the Mark IV. The older Mark IV variant, so it's different. But it's got a 250mm main gun. Oh, this is the most powerful gun I've made in the game so far. And it's quite a good gun when it comes to penetration. Obviously, if we get one shot on him. If he gets one shot on our ammo, we're like being sent to space. Oh, the gun can't traverse. Oh no, he's disabled us. That means we're done for. If I actually get a hit on it, what have I just spawned in? Oh, he missed. He missed. Oh, it's the Stug. It's a battle of the really goofy tanks. See the recoil. But it's really funny when you fire broadside. Turret traverse! I'm so sorry, it's just one of my favourite tanks. It's also got your savage boxes. So this is the Mark 10B, but it's got an 88 in a turret, and I'll just show you. Oh, okay. I'll just quickly show you. I can't be bothered to show you all of them. I'll show you the Mark 10's weight proportions. I'm kind of in a rush, so I'll do the Mark 10B. I'm actually not going to do it from now on. Because I might do it for some of the major tanks, but I won't be bothered to do it. This is the 88, it's just I've gone with an 88. I'll just show you. So it's stronger and so it's slower. And this is an IFV that I made. Yes, I made an IFV. It's got the little Yite tanks gun. It's not got very thick armor, but it has got an entire squad of troops in it. 10 soldiers. So more than a Bradley. It's more of an APC than it is an IFV. It's the Mark 10B 120. It's upgunned with a 120 and a massively bigger turret. And then here is the 155. So this has got the high velocity 155, which is quite a good anti-tank gun. Oh, that's the thing that's put on the Mark 62 Super as well. It's quite a powerful gun. I'll just show you the weight portions. And then Mark 757's just got the one on the Mark 6. Here's the Mark 30. It's got a 88. Main thing is it's very good off-road, like any terrain I've tested it on. It performs very well because it's got very small wheels and it's got a very, very big engine. I'll show you. And the biggest trench we can find, and angles. It's like really hard, and it's crossed it. That's the only thing I wanted to make like an off-road. So yes, it's not very well armored. It's not very well armored. It's still very thick armor, and I know it's not got the best gun. It's only got an 88 with like 200 mils of pen, but compared to the tanks that we'll be facing, there'll be nothing in comparison to it because it's got amazing off-road performance, firepower. It's got 290 mils of pen. It's got quite thick armor. I mean, by quite thick, it's like worse than the medium, but it's the same. It's worse than the Mark 10, but it's okay. Mark 57, it's just got a bunch of guns, and all the guns have broken. But yeah, the whole space is a yacht, really. Mark 30 57 is upgunned to the very young barrel 57. 3 of 4, preset of 4 of 4 is like it's literally just 3 tanks. Mark 10 Jumbo is a standard Mark 10 but with a yacht thicker armor. I'll just show you the armor profile on it. It's quite thick, and the turret as well. The turret is very thick, and it's still got some space. Yeah, this is the Mark 10B 155-2, so this is up armored compared to the standard. So it's like a proto heavy tank, but it's got, because it's based off of Mark 10B, it's got quite good mobility still. Engine 18.3, which is that bad for a 155 for a tank of this capabilities. If I just spawn in like a comparable tank, Centurion. This is basically my antithesis. I hate the Centurion. I hate the Centurion in every way you can hate something. I hate the Centurion, even though I love British tanks. No, I'm British. I hate it in this game. It's obviously it's absolutely phenomenal everywhere else. We've got to like disable or get a side shot. I hate the Centurion in this game basically because it's so good. I know it's a Yate Wall 50-ton tank, and I know it should be outplaying those tanks. It outplays them so good. What we missed. I can't be bothered. Now, this is the Mark 10 Drama 2, one of the scariest things in human history. And also, I just want to show you. It's got quite the armour. I'll show you the armour as well. I've got to be quite quick because I'm... Yeah, so this is a Panther 3. It's basically just, so you have the Panther 2, you have the Panther 2, which was a prototype. This is the Panther 3. It's based off the in-game Panther, if you can't tell. It's 51 tons. Why did I say Great Yarmouth? But here is my heavy tank. It's got quite thick armour. It's got a... It's being a bit... I did give it plenty of internal space, but if it is going to be doing that, why has it done that? Firepower, ammo stowage. Hull overfilled. Just repeating what I've said. 3.49. Save, yes. Now it's got 120, so it's quite good. I'll show you the proportions for it. So it's got still very thick armour, but no, it's it. And here is the Mark 10 Jumbo 288. And basically, I was also just trying to have fun to see how heavy it could be. It's only got 7.9 horsepower per ton, which is absolutely horrendous. His proportions have slightly decreased for the armour, but the engine is now only 1.3. Here is the Mark 88. It's got quite... It's got a 250 and it's just quite stupid. I can't be bothered to explain it more. Oh, it's quite quick. It's a quick, like, flanking tank destroyer with a massive gun. Dude! That gun's going to repair a yacht because it's very capable. Oh, here is... This is... I'm going to first show you... I'll show you when I show you the Mark 70. This is the Mark 31, which is a recent tank design. I wanted to basically make object... whatever it's called. Object... The youngest barrel gun in War Thunder, whatever that thing is called. That tank, I forgot, it's fallen out of my head. Why don't we go for a Mark 70 as our target? We've got... I wanted to basically make that thing extract us, which is the most annoying thing for any... Why don't we spawn in and then move? Oh, I missed. It tracked us, didn't it? With it's 20 mil. With it's mine. I bet. Yeah, it's got quite the barrel. It's not the maximum yet. I have made it younger, but it's quite the muzzle velocity. That thing can easily pen us. Yeah, and it has. We have got quite good armor, haven't we? Oh, what's the barrel? It's 13% of the way armor, because it's not very thickly armored. Here's the Mark 36 TD. It's just a TD, but it's got taller and it's got a 155 high velocity, and it kind of looks like a turtle tank. Oh, now we're getting into King Tiger range. Mark 70 is just... I'll show you the proportions as well, because it's a major tank. And I'll show you the arms, 200 and 300. And mobility is 50 liter, and it's got a cannon. This is the first one to have a coax, so 155 and a 20 mil. Boom. There isn't an SPA or like a twin gun tank destroyer. Like on purpose be like they're the same gun. Like a coax support. Oh, here is a twin. So this has got the 76 but AA variant, which has a 1000 mods of force. So this was recently made. It's got quite the turret traverse and gun elevation and depression speed, and it's got two 76s, so it's quite good. It's quite big as well. Here is the Mark 10B, but it's got a 250. Hey, yeah, this is actually the one I made first, and then I filled the range in with the others. We haven't yet reached my King Tiger, which is nice because that thing is embarrassing. This is the Mark 73. It's on purpose the slowest vehicle in the game. Because if you look for mobility, the engine is a 2 liter. I can make it smaller, but I want it to be able to move. And its mobility is quite bad already. It's got quite thick armor. Mark 36 AG. This is the assault gun variant, and it's got a 250, because why not? Stug! And it's quite a turtle tank. Now, we're on to the King Tiger. I tried plugging in the correct numbers, and it's quite close there. But, I mean, yuck, I gave it the Maybach HL 230. 230. And it's got the correct engine power, correct weight, correct most stuff. I mean, there's plenty of space in the tank. It's even got 23 rounds on the turret. I forget how many it has in the sponsons. It's got the hull and the turret production. I have decreased because according to Wikipedia, oh no, it is 40 mil. According to Wikipedia, the bottom is 40 mil. I'm sure it's not, but and it's even got overlapping road wheels. It's about the same size as the King Tiger. I've tried making it look like a King Tiger. It looks more like some, I don't know what it looks like, but I've tried copying a King Tiger. All the stats should be right, but it just doesn't work because the game's messed up. Here's the let's start with the Mark III, which is very CO tank destroyer. So tank, that was one of my first tanks that actually worked. Originally the gun nose down, but I changed it. That's got the Yo velocity, which is the main gun. But we have the Mark III. Oh, we'll do Mark III Speed 2, which is a 155. And but this is based off a Mark III P, which I'll show you in a moment. We'll show you the Mark 70 TD because it's quite good. So this is based off a Mark 70 and it's using the velocity gun, and it's quite the good boy. It's got quite the penetration. It's got so you're taller, and it's also a lot heavier. This is you've got the biggest engine possible, but it's not actually got that good a power to weight ratio. It's got 2700. So it's got quite the engine at 1900 horsepower. So it's better than like the Abrams. Similar to the Abrams, it's got massive external fuel tanks as well. Quite the engine array. So it's not too bad for firepower armor, to be fair. Which is why it's so it's not relatively so, but yeah. Now we'll just quickly do the Mark V, which is just a very big tank destroyer. It's got the high velocity. That's actually where I got it from. Mark III P, which is what the these are based off. It's an upgraded Mark III with a 76 coaxial and and it's got quite thick armor. I'll just show you 225 and 250, and the weight is quite good. It's actually got quite thin armor, but and I'll just show you the Mark III AG. This thing looks like the VT-12 or whatever it's called, doesn't it? It's got two 250 assault guns, so it's got quite the HE to be young, because I can't make a bigger gun, so I decided to put two of them. This is the Mark III TD. It's got the high velocity 250, and this is the biggest TD based off a tank, I believe. And then here's the Mark III Speed. It's quite quick. It's improved speed, and it's got a lot of external fuel tanks. But all the guns are the same. The Mark III Speed 2, it's like Fraser's gun, and I think it's yes armor. Should save weight. Here is the Mark III 6250, but it's got quite the big gun. It's got much bigger gun than makes it comparable to aside from the Mark III, but it's quite capable. Here's the Mark V B. It's a big tank destroyer. Did I upgrade the engine? No, I didn't. Still got the horrendously small engine, but it's much more armor. I might, widen it. And here we go. Last one. It's heavier than the mouse. Yeah, it's got plenty of ammunition. Such a grandiose tank. I wanted to save this till last. This has taken by far the longest amount of my time, because the others were slapped together in about an hour for the longest of them. This took me like 4 hours because I kept upgrading it. So it's like 2 hours of it's got maximum turret traverse as well. Armor, turret front is so strong. It's 500. It's such a heavy behemoth. Tracks is a meter wide. Fenders is just the same. Actually, it's not got any fenders, has it? It's got a 50 litre engine. It's only got 6.1 horsepower to ton. It's got 115 because of gears. The gears, it's got 24 going down to 1.17. And it's got 4 reverse gears. It's got clutch braking. What? 600 litres. firepower. It's got a high velocity 88 coaxial. Its main gun is a high velocity 250, which I actually will show you the stats for, so you know. Here is the crew. This is 14 crew, which is the same as the IFE, because we have 5 like normal crew who actually do something. Then we have a whole. So then we have sort of the radio being a whole machine gun as well. You have a machine gunner there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and like an engineer. I'm not sure. Or maybe there's 2 machine guns. Oh, I must have got some numbers wrong. Who cares? It's also got track additional armor, and it's got like stupid amounts of stuff. The commander actually sits there. That is a very, very stupid thing. And why don't we fight our first tank in this thing? Mark 85. Don't think it can probably pen our like imaginary use to it. That would be so derpy. But I'm pretty sure there's some sport in this tank where it can be penned by like the stupidest things. Because I got one shot. I'm pretty sure we can kill it with the 88. I mean, we can one shot it with the 88 because it's such a weak target. This is a soft target. I mean, for the 88, it's basically anything that isn't a bunker or a heavy tank. Actually, the 88 can be used against like heavy tanks. I'm surprised it didn't go absolutely flying. Must have not hit the ammo. But there we go. That has taken me an hour and 38. That is my youngest video or live stream ever, I'm sure. That has taken me a while. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. It's just 2 years old today. Technically, YouTube says it's the 7th, but I say it's today because it is. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I mean, it's taken me an hour and 38. Almost an hour and 39. Thanks for watching. This is my first video or live stream involving Sprocket. Have a good rest of your day, and I'm ending the live stream now. And have a good rest of your day, and bye.